Folks, so this is kind of like troubleshooting a heat issue with the 5800X Part 2. We replaced the V-True fans. Not that they're bad or anything, but I put some bigger Noctuas in here. Now this is just temporary the way I've got this set up, kind of half-assed, you'll see. But I've got a shit ton of Noctua fans. I just have to figure out which one I want to go with. And then, obviously black would look better than the brown and tan, right? But, these are most likely better fans. They're bigger fans. And they're not, for testing purposes, it's okay. Obviously I wouldn't try and sell this to somebody. I wouldn't recommend it the way I've just put this together. But so one thing you'll see, this guy in the end is definitely 140 millimeter fan. I cannot remember what this other one is, if it's 120. But this one reaches all the way to the bottom of that heatsink, right? And then the other one, assuming I have these in here correctly, which I might not, the other one is not reaching because of the RAM. So regardless, whether you had those in there or the others, we're not getting to where it's hottest, right? If you put a temperature probe on this, it's going to be hottest down at the bottom, and it's going to become cooler as it goes up. So we want to be able to reach the bottom to cool that off faster. So we went a little overboard with the fan. That is hitting pretty much all of that side except for the very bottom. It might be a good idea to switch the RAM out with some crappy 2666, just the rectangular ones that don't have the cool design in them, just to get that down even further, right? Lots of things you can do. Is this one of the better? Don't know really. The other thing is, are we even squared up over here? Yeah, we are. So what temps are we getting? It's a little cooler than it was. I've seen it get down to 36, 37. Now, that's not as cool as I would like it, but it's, getting there. There's 36, right? So we're just, it's just doing its thing. So we'll play a video game here. We'll check the readings. Now my next thing that I could do, folks, is go and put that guy in there, right? The Noctua. Dual fan it. I have the version of this that has dual fans. But, like I said, I have so many Noctua fans. All I need to do is find those brackets. And we could potentially just, put that in, right? That's going to be one of the ones that's recommended. Hell, might even put 3 fans in, right? No, 3 fans is not really going to do much anything. You'd be lucky if it dropped a half centimeter, or half Celsius with the 3rd fan on there. But yeah, so I've got these at performance mode. We could go full out. And, they are a little louder than the stock ones. So the mere fact that it's running cooler. I'm going to reboot the computer, go full out, right? I have so many Noctua fans, it doesn't matter if I burn some out, but we're going to crank this thing up, see if we can get it a little lower. Alright folks, so had to jam on the delete key to get into the BIOS. Now we're going to go to hardware monitor, okay? In here you can see what the CPU temperature currently says it's at, 64.5, which is way higher than you just saw it. CPU fan setting, for some reason it says silent mode. I did not, pretty sure I changed that, but we'll see. CPU 1, we want full speed, and I'm going to apply it. CPU fan 2, I want full speed, and apply it. and then we'll exit. And it says full speed, so maybe it didn't take. So this 5800X, you know, obviously it runs hotter. You'll see, you know, a lot of places say just be, you know, just deal with it. Really, find a better cooler than you got. I'm wondering if 12th gen Intel is going to be more of the same here shortly. Alright, so let's pull up Afterburner again. And then my graphics cards are going to fire up because they want to start mining. We'll shut them off in a minute. Alright, let's do this. Oop, shut that off. So that, you know, would have peaked it a little bit. So now we just have to wait a while. Okay, CPU temp. So, yeah, we're not even gaming and we're in the 60s, right? $50, $48. So it should get it back to at least 36, right? 41, 40, 39. Back to 41, 42, 40, 39. Shot up to 48. So, who knows what's going on in the background. $39, $38. Come on, get down there. $36, $37. So we matched what it was before, which doesn't surprise me. $36, $35, $35 for a moment. I'll take it. So slight improvement, right? This is definitely cooler than what I was seeing with the V-Trues fans. So that part's good. Is it perfect? Not really. We're still hotter than I want to be. Is it, you know, bad CPU cooler? Could be. It's definitely not as beefy as the Noctua, right? Let's compare these two. So, obviously, this thing's wider. They're about the same height. Wider this way too, I believe, right? So more surface area potentially should mean that we get better temps. So we may be switching this out. This thing may not be good enough for a Ryzen 7 5800X. That's just the reality of it, folks. Is that V-True's fault? No. I don't think so, because you know, they designed that before the 5800X came out. And maybe it's not up to it. Alright, so there you go, folks. Part 2, troubleshooting. We're doing everything we can. The next, if there's a third part to this, it's because we changed out the CPU cooler with the Noctua.